I'm Jennifer Angel. These are your stars, Sagittarius. Wow, it's all happening for you this week in your sign. Okay, there's so much activity. It's like a virtual planetary traffic jam happening in there. Okay, so first off, the sun moves in. Now, the sun, of course, is our greatest energy force. That moves in on the 22nd to your sign, which signifies a whole new solar phase. This is like the start of your new 12-month solar phase. Now, of course, what else is happening to signify that is that your annual new moon is in your sign. That's happening on the 25th. Now, it's not just the normal new moon. Of course, we have a new moon every year, but this is an eclipse energy, so it's more intense energy. So this is like a fabulous time. It's like it kickstarts you off for your next 12 months. This is a good time to sit down, look at your goals, Sagittarius, where you've come from, where you are, and more importantly, where you want to be. So write your goals for where you want to be for next year, for this next 12 months, and the journey that you want to take. Now, when you're putting your goals down, it's really important to write goals. And I say write too, because it's more powerful when you can write first and then you can transcribe onto the computer. You apparently use more neural pathways when you do that. So it's very interesting. Of course, as a Capricorn, for me, I love to write everything down, but, fire sign, maybe not so much. So this is a good time to do it. So write down in affirmative affirmation. So it's very important when you do your goals is to write also what you want to achieve, not what you don't want to achieve. Now, there's a very subtle difference to that. I mean, if you say, for instance, I want to get out of debt, you're still putting the vibration of debt out there. If you change that around and say, I want to be financially abundant and secure with my finances, it puts it out there in a more positive way. Okay, so it's a subtle difference, but you want to be able to put out in your goals and send out into the universe what you want, not what you don't want. Okay, so of course, being a Sagittarius, you're one of the most inspirational, inspiring, visionary signs of the zodiac. So I'm sure this won't be a difficult task for you to do. Just something to keep in mind. Now, the other thing that's happening is you do have Mercury in your sign at the moment. Now, Mercury is the ruler of, governs, let's say, communication, commerce, good for business, overseas electronic commitment, anything to do with communication, which takes in electronics, and also travel, generally short distances. Now, this week it does go retrograde, just to make life a little more interesting. So when a planet goes retrograde, it's just a little out of phase. Now, when it's to do with Mercury, the 2 or 3 days either side of when it goes retrograde, and for Mercury this week it's on the 24th, can be the most disruptive. Okay, so this week particular, you want to be careful with your communication. Okay, just edit your words before you speak. And of course, sometimes the power is actually in the silence. Okay, now if you're waiting on information or decisions to come through, this Mercury retrograde phase can put delays on your life as well. You can get a confirmation, but it doesn't actually fall into place as yet. So don't worry about any of that. Just know in your heart that you're on the right path and things are going to fall into place. If there's delays, then that's all they are. They're delays. If you've got a small setback, that's all it is, a small setback. Okay, big things happening for you over the next year, Sagittarius. I'm sorry. I have done your 2012 stars. Can't release them to you as yet until they're published in the New York Daily newspaper and website towards the end of the year. But big year coming up for you, fabulous things happening, and you'll be able to ride the wave of success, and this is just the beginning of it for you. Okay, so stay positive and don't pay any attention to any small setbacks. Have a great week. I'm Jennifer Angel. Thanks for watching. See you next week.